scene a few moments ago. Here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead. And we're off in week 2. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The first carry for EbaLLn4Jrock's. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Slow. Z.
On second down, Taylor. Forced out to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, it's Taylor. Looking for Cruz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that. First drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And fights through one man. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Back to the air, Taylor after the pick 6. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Going to throw right side here, complete. And out across midfield, down to the 45. That one goes for 36 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. The handoff to Abdullah. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Slow. Z. Slow.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And this is going to be incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The first carry now. This is Hill. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Here we go.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Philip Dorsett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if... And all the way in! Touchdown, New York! Robbie Anderson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down the field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
The Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll run it here. This is James White. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Returning here is Wright. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Taylor on 1st down. And Cook has it, left side. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go. Hey, watch number 5. Number 5. Watch number 5. Ready. 319.
2. Now Taylor. And he finds Cook. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. From the red zone now, here's Taylor on first down. Out on the right, this is Cruz. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there? Swarming to it and not allowing that to happen. Did not let him get downfield.
A 2nd down run for Abdullah. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Taylor. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they worked their way back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. They'll check this one down to Michelle. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Detroit!
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Gun!
He'll get it up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Now, that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. He may try and run for this. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
New York set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Slow.
Second and 10 now, it's Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Looking for Cruz, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On 3rd down, Michel. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. And he's got room. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
The throw by Taylor here, and that's incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Taylor now going to throw again. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Taylor. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it. It's Taylor. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. Now it's Patterson. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They start the second half with Michel on the ground. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. K.J. Wright coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. On the handoff, it's Michel. Oh, he's got some breathing room. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half, Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Taylor, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got it at the 15. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 47 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
Meanwhile, a throw by Taylor is incomplete. Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Taylor to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And the Patriots have it.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
No, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, Dorsett. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Back to throw now on 1st down. Letting one go deep here for... And he fires one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Gronkowski, the intended receiver. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, Taylor. Buying time to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They go play action now, Taylor. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Devin McCourty picks it off. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. On the right side, this is Miller. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And able to find Dorsett. And down inside the 15 he goes. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A give. This is Michelle. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Looking to throw. Underneath for Miller. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Lamar Miller, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gostkowski with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Jets set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Taylor on 3rd and 2. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Complete to Wright. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
On 2nd down, Taylor's throw incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Taylor. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. Under pressure, he's going to go down. Look at this, way back around the 43. Dante Hightower in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, you make a flat-out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
It doesn't help indeed. So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Patriots offense now. They work their way back onto the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. And now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Michelle, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. Oh, Bananas Miller, he's got it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
23 yards on the play. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And his throw is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
They'll set up a throw, being chased out left. And that's incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out come the Jets. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
They go play action here on first down. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Dante Hightower in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Taylor. That's caught right side by Anderson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And Anderson's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just let him bleed the game out that way.
And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 44 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Taylor on first down. Steps away to his left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And here's Taylor to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Dietrich Wise Jr. in there with pressure yet again. And that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. And now out come the Patriots. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment. And to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. Runs like that will give Michel some more carries going forward as the Pats come up 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield, and the Jets have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. And it's Michel once again. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
He'll look to throw. Out to his left. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk, complete. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd and 3rd levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Marcus May with a pick. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
On 3rd down, Taylor. And it's intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Dante Hightower. Gostkowski for the point after. Gostkowski the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. They are on to the 4th quarter in Jacksonville. The Jags have just scored as they'll add on to their lead. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. Back to the air, Taylor after the pick 6. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. On second down, Michel. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.